Did you know that Nicholas Hoult is actually Jennifer Lawrence's real-life boyfriend? It just sucks. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2013. We have made it. We have survived the apocalypse, and from what I could see, we are off to a great start in the film industry. Granted, I did not see Texas Chainsaw 3 Double D. Yes, that title change was intentional, and so far, as I could tell, January is definitely not the best month for watching movies, because that's the toilet bowl for Hollywood when they release their crappy horror movies, or just movies that they just have no faith in being good. Thankfully, I saw a movie that doesn't come out until February 1st, and I think it is definitely worth your time and money. Warm Bodies is a film adaptation based on the book by the same name, and it is directed by Jonathan Levine of The Whackness and 50/50 fame, a film that I love so much. It also stars Nicholas Hoult and Teresa Palmer as the two main leads. The story introduces us to our narrator, R, played by Nicholas Hoult. As you could see, at first glance, he seemed like your normal, everyday teenager, but here's the problem. He's a zombie. Of course, he wasn't always like this, but after the apocalypse just broke out, he just became a victim, and then suddenly he just finds himself being lifeless. He can't feel pleasure, pain, or he can't even love. And it isn't until one day where he ends up eating this boy's brain, where he meets this young girl, played by Teresa Palmer, who he instantly falls in love with, and he protects her from another zombie attack coming in. And they soon have their relationship develop, bringing in some sort of new Beauty and the Beast type of story. From a standpoint on marketing, Warm Bodies seems like it's being sold as Twilight with zombies, as it is shown with a similar kind of color scheme, and it is also showing how it has the romance angle in there, and it is not surprising since it is being released by Summit Entertainment, who also distributes Twilight. However, instead of taking the romance angle seriously, it follows the idea of making it more of a romantic comedy. So yes, this is somewhat of a romantic horror comedy in some way. So going in, I have not seen any trailers prior to my review or watching this film. And I also only just seen posters, and I assumed that it was going to be some sort of love story kind of like Twilight. Thankfully, Warm Bodies is not like Twilight in a sense of it's so bad it's kind of funny. It is actually really funny because of how well done the comedy is in here by the script, as well as how well done the cast here is and the direction. The cast in Warm Bodies is actually pretty good. From what I expected, R would have been portrayed very over the top by Nicholas Hoult. Thankfully, he didn't go over the top as a zombie, which was predicted, because he actually gives some sort of depth, and he is really subtle when he crafts his character together. He performs it very well, and when he delivers his dialogue, or whatever dialogue he's able to do since he's a zombie, he actually gives it some charm, and it's actually pretty funny at points. Also, the female lead, played by Teresa Palmer, is very good in here. She is very attractive as well, I might add, you know. Of course, I have to mention this every time I see an attractive female in a movie. It's a cliche of mine, so shut up. So she was good in here. She's nothing really noteworthy to talk about on a performance standpoint, but she is very competent with her performance, and she does a good job. As for the rest of the cast, like Dave Franco, John Malkovich, and even a few of the other zombie extras, they all act very well in their performances that they give out for what roles they are given. Some of them are not in the film that long, but for what they give in their performances, they seem to serve their purposes, especially the zombie ensemble that follows Nicholas Hoult, as they also act very well in the zombie way. They don't go over the top, surprisingly, like I said before. They also manage to just be hilarious with their somewhat delivery with their dialogue, and also just managed to be very funny, and you could definitely feel for them, as you could see that they had some sort of sad past before they became zombies when the apocalypse outbroke. Jonathan Levine's work on this film is surprisingly well done. Well, maybe since I've seen 50/50 and I love that movie so much, he really knows how to direct his actors and making them have some very good performances and making these characters seem very realistic, despite the fact that they are zombies in here. he makes them feel very realistic and you care for them. They have depth, they're very well developed. And also, Jonathan Levine wrote the screenplay for this, which is adapted by the book of the same name by Isaac Marion. And he also gives some actually nice witty dialogue that is very funny at many moments, as well as very charming and very heartfelt at some times, as you could see. Throughout the script, you could tell that the relationship between these two characters is blossoming, despite the fact that R is really having a hard time trying to deliver his dialogue to the girl, and you definitely feel for their relationship, and their chemistry is very well done here too. And I also really like the soundtrack that this film has. The song choices fit the theme, it's really nice to listen to. I could see myself even buying the soundtrack to listen to on my iPhone. And what I also like to mention is that the message that this film conveys in a way that I don't see many zombie movies give out is actually very well done. I like how we see the movie from the point of view of the character of R, where we see how he is treated, how he feels, and gives us the idea that what if we were put in that position? What if the zombies out there were not like how we expect it, like on Walking Dead or something? Like, sometimes we just want to shoot them just because they're zombies and we just don't give them the benefit of the doubt. It kind of gives some sort of a social commentary on how we think as a society, like instead of just trying to work together despite our differences, whether it's physical or mental, it also shows how we need to work together and prosper better as a society. The film is not without its problems though, as it suffers from a very cliched kind of structure with this film. Of course, it's a romance story, and I'd say the ending is a bit predictable about how it goes, and there are some parts in the script that I think could have been more explained, like how things happened with the outbreak going on, as well as how things were resolved by the end. But besides that, Warm Bodies is definitely a fun time in the theater. I really had fun with it. I liked the performances by the cast, the direction and script were pretty good, and I was just surprisingly entertained throughout. I was never bored throughout the film, and I think it's actually definitely worth your time just to go to the movies with your friends, just to have a good time and just, you know, have fun. Overall, I really enjoyed Warm Bodies. I definitely recommend it to you to go watch it on February 1st when it comes out. And I'm gonna give it a very strong 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this film. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video review, my first review for 2013. I am excited beyond belief. And I would like you to take a look at my written review for Warm Bodies on my WordPress blog, that is greenarkreviews.wordpress.com. I guess that's it. Don't forget to share this video, like, favorite, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much, guys, and until next time, I am Noah of Green Ark Reviews, and I will see you later.